Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I brought you one more video on Prometheus where we are gonna monitor our Tomcat process that is running in one of the EC2 instance. So the scenario here is like we do have some applications that are running in Tomcat and I do want to monitor the Java process which is hosting our Tomcat application, right? So uh, we'll start with that. As you can see on my screen, currently we are on one shell. So this is the EC2 instance that I have where the Tomcat is running. I'll show you the process here. Okay, as you can see, this is the process that is running from a Tomcat, right? And this is the Tomcat URL that we have. So this is the Tomcat manager GUI where we can see all the applications that we are running. So for this video, I have deployed a sample test application here. It is nothing but just a simple application GSP page that says us hello world application, right? So that is the very first application that we all do when we learn something. So this is the application I've deployed, and I do want to monitor the matrices related to this application along with the Java process that is running in my EC2 instance, right? And as it is a Tomcat, so we do want to monitor some Catalina related metrics as well. So we'll start with that. Now, how do we tell Prometheus to grab the metrics from our Tomcat process, right? So we do get a JVM based JMX based Java agent here, which we can run with our Tomcat process, with our Java process, whether it's Tomcat or any Java or other Java application. So it's just kind of a jar file that you need to attach to your Java process, and it will expose the JMX metrics to you, and then you can grab it in your Prometheus, right? So as you're seeing on the screen, right, this is the Java process. What I want to do, I do want to attach one more jar file here, which is for my JMX Prometheus Java agent file, right? And then what it will do, it will expose the JMX related metrics to me on a particular endpoint, and then I'll collect the metrics from there. So now how would we attach that, right? So in this video, we are having an example of Tomcat process, right? So we'll see in Tomcat how we can do that. So what we need to do here, first of all, we need the jar file, right? Which we need to attach. So what we'll do, let me show you the command here. Okay, this is not the one. Okay, so this is the URL from where you can download the JMX Prometheus Java agent jar file, right? And we'll attach this jar file to our Java process to monitor that. So I'll share this link over the video description so you can get it from there. Now, so we do get the jar file. So for my this video purpose, I have placed it in temp directory. So we can see it here. So this is my jar file, and this is the one of the config YAML file that we need to create for this JMX. So why do we need that? Because we need to tell this jar file, this JMX agent, what all the things that you need to monitor, or what are the different configurations that we need related to the JMX. So this config file belongs to this JMX agent, right? So I'll show you this config. It is a very default configuration that will say agent to expose each and every metric that it gets, right? So we are not putting any filtering here. So we have just mentioned like, okay, this should be the delay seconds, which is 0. SSL we are not using here, so it would be false, right? We can use SSL as well. Now, these are the a few basic configuration here. Okay. Now, now I need to attach this JMX jar file to my Java process, right? And I want to tell that Java process to run this jar file and use that config file, config.yaml file in the process. So how would we do that? I'll show you the configuration exactly. So what we need to do, we need to tell the Tomcat process that this is a jar file. It is placed in the temp directory, right? And where do we mention that? In the startup script of Tomcat. So let me show you the startup script. How can you get that? In my case, for this testing, I just installed it via yum. So this is a service file that has been created for Tomcat, right? So I'll go here. Okay, so as you can see, this is the environment file from where it must be getting the parameters that need to be passed to Java process, right? Or the argument we can say. So I'll go to this path. Okay, here you can see I have mentioned one Catalina underscore options, right? And in these options, I have mentioned like, okay, this is the Java agent. This is the path of my jar file, which is in temp directory, right? This is the port where I need to mention, where I need to expose the metrics. And this is the config.yaml file, which belongs to this jar. So what will happen when this Java process, the Tomcat process will run, it will take these arguments in the process and will execute this jar file, right? I'll show you that as well. Now let us go to our process. Okay, sorry. Okay, in this process, here you can see this Java agent temp JMX Prometheus Java agent jar 8088, and this is the config file. So this particular argument is coming from where? It is coming from the environment file which I have just shown you, right? So there I mentioned the Prometheus jar file, right? And the other configuration, right? So this is the flag that will tell this Java process to expose the metric at this particular port. As soon as I will start the process, it will start exposing the matrices. Now I'll take you to the page where it will show the metrics. So I'll change the tab here. I'll go to the that particular port that where we have exposed, right? So this was the pro server. Now you can see it here. These are all the Java metrics, JVM memory bytes used, JVM memory bytes used for heap and non-heap, right? And there are a lot actually. So I'll show you relates a few for Catalina as well. You can see it here, right? Now I do want to see some specific metrics related to my test application. So I'll filter it. You can see mapper directory redirect enabled for this particular application. So this is currently exposing. I'm not sure how many these are. These are a lot. So this is how it will expose the metrics. Now we do have an endpoint where the metrics are exposed, and our Prometheus can understand this, so it can ingest this, right? So now it's time to make the configuration file for Prometheus to know about this endpoint and to capture the metric from here. So we'll again get back to our shell. I will go to Prometheus. So what I'll do, directly go to the YAML file, which is the configuration file of my Prometheus, right? As in my case, I'm running it in container. So I have attached a volume, a persistent volume to that particular container, and I'm making the changes in Prometheus file over there. Okay, I'll open it. Okay, so here we need to make one more target, right? And in that target, we'll tell it to monitor the JMX application. So here I have mentioned, okay, the job name, it could be anything as per your wish. I have given it like Tomcat. What is my static configs? The target would be this particular IP, right? This is the private IP, right? And this is the port where the JVM metrics are exposed. As soon as I restart the Prometheus after making the changes, it will take the new configuration. It will try to connect to this particular target. So you need to make sure from your Prometheus instance, this particular endpoint, the IP and port combination should be reachable, right? So if there are some peerings, there are some networking issues that is coming in your case, so you need to help yourself with that. You need to resolve that, and then only it will be able to grab the metric from there, right? So, okay, this is the target I've given. I've already restarted the Prometheus. So in my case, I'll take you to Prometheus console now and how we are seeing the metrics over there, right? So here we are on Prometheus now. Okay, I'll show you the target or the configuration which I have shown you in shell. So that the same we can see it here as well. This is the target from where it is getting the metrics. This is the path, right? It is the default path slash metrics. I have not mentioned any other path here, right? I'll go to targets here. We can see Tomcat is up. That means our Prometheus is able to reach out to this particular endpoint and it is able to get the metrics. Now it's time to see the metrics in the Prometheus. So let us say I do want to see metrics, all the metrics related to heap. You're seeing there are a lot of metrics here, the Java metrics that are coming from Tomcat, right? These are the Catalina metrics. These are the JVM metrics, JVM threads peak. You can see the graph as well, right? So these are the 28 JVM threads, right? So this is how we can monitor our Java process, and the same now can be seen in the Grafana as well. Maybe let me show you that as well. Okay, it is not connecting to it. Let me just check whether it is having that particular port exposed. Okay, that is because my Grafana application is not running right now. Let me see. Yeah, it is in stopped condition right now. So what I'll do, I'll start it first. So I'm running all these things in the containers. So my host is like kind of free, right? So if one single thing will not affect the others, like all the applications that are running in container, those are isolated. Okay, so now we are good with 3000 port. The application is running. Let us reload it. Okay. Uh, okay. Now we are on the console. Let us just log in it. Okay. Let me see if I already added the data source here for that. Okay, I can see the data source is already here. So let us directly go to Explore and let's see if the metrics are coming over here, right? So I'll see JM. Okay, so here you can see all the metrics are coming over here. You can see JVM info. I have checked here. This is the instance name and port, right? This is the port that we on which our JMX metrics are exposed, right? For Tomcat. This is the job name. This is the runtime. It is OpenJDK runtime environment. Vendor is Amazon, right? So we are seeing all the metrics that are captured by Prometheus are showing here. So that means our data source is working fine. So that was all about it. Hope it will help you in your day-to-day work, right? And you may like it. Never forget to subscribe my channel for such more videos. I'm working on Prometheus, so I'll probably share more videos like this. So thank you. Hope you liked it. Bye bye.